At first, we were very hesitant to take on this job because we are aware of Homeland's reputation and we found it an ethically difficult job to take. However, after some consideration, we took the meetings with the people and were explicitly told to come up with our own material, to not emulate anything that was on other walls. We were shown, amongst other things, many pro-Bashar Assad graffiti that was supposedly sprayed in refugee camps, which we found very unrealistic, as people fleeing this conflict would probably not want to talk about or want to praise Bashar al-Assad on their walls. So we got in touch with our friends and relations and asked them to send us proverbs and ideas.
So,
And
what did the graffiti actually say?
well, the graffiti, amongst other things, said "Tikrar يعلم Bashar," which is repetition teaches Bashar. We had a graffiti which, in the voice of the people of the camp, said the show does not represent the views of the artists. We also did things like Black Lives Matter because the topic is, let's say, bigger than just the representation of Arabs. We also wanted to talk about representation or missing representation of other ethnic groups. And we had Homeland is racist, which we do believe.
Why in particular that? What prompted you to go with that slogan?
We did watch the show in advance, and that we found that it had a very undifferentiated representation both of Arabs, Muslims, people from the so-called Middle Eastern and South Asia region, which basically painted them one color, which is very black. And in this graffiti, we are trying to call for a more differentiated view of the region, and we're trying to also say that things aren't as simple as they seem on this show.
And what kind of reaction have you had to it?
I'd say that so far the reaction has been very positive, actually.
And what about from the show's producers? What have they said to you?
They have yet to comment on this.
Are there any other issues or inaccuracies that you have a problem with in the program, in the series?
I mean, for me personally, I see that we live in a very polarized world at the moment, and there is no need to add fuel to an already very hot fire. And what we are basically calling for is for people to look at each other as people and as human beings rather than as representations of self and the other, and to put a bit of time into getting to know other cultures and the people that they are talking for or against.